I don't know if I'm crazy or if there's something genuinely wrong with me, but I need to write this down. Maybe putting it into words will help. Maybe it'll prove that I'm not losing my mind. It started about 2 weeks ago. Just little things at first. I'd misplace my keys and find them in strange places, like inside the fridge or the bathroom sink. I chalked it up to being tired. Work's been stressful lately, and I've been putting in long hours. But then other things started happening, and I can't ignore it anymore. One morning, I woke up and everything felt off. It's hard to explain, but it was like the world was tilted just slightly, like everything around me was wrong in some subtle, horrifying way. My room felt different, like it wasn't really my room, even though nothing had changed. I had this overwhelming feeling that something was watching me. I tried to shake it off, but the feeling stayed with me all day. The next few days, things only got worse. I'd hear faint whispers in the middle of the night, just on the edge of hearing, like they were coming from inside the walls. They didn't make any sense, just a low, unintelligible murmur that made my skin crawl. I started sleeping with the lights on, but it didn't help. If anything, it made it worse. Shadows seemed to move just outside my vision, flickering and darting around whenever I wasn't looking directly at them. And then, the dreams started. In my dreams, I'd be walking around through my house, but it wasn't really my house. It was a twisted version of it, dark and distorted. The walls would stretch out like they were breathing, and the floors would buckle under my feet. I'd try to find a way out, but every door led me deeper into the nightmare. There was always this awful feeling of dread, like something terrible was just around the corner waiting for me. I'd wake up drenched in sweat, heart pounding, but relieved to be back in the real world. At least, I used to be. Now I'm not so sure which world is the nightmare. 2 days ago, I noticed something strange in my reflection. It wasn't anything obvious, just a small detail that I almost missed. My reflection smiled at me when I wasn't smiling. It was so subtle that I thought I'd imagined it, but it happened again and again. Now I can't look at mirrors without feeling nauseous. I tried covering them up, but I swear I can feel my reflection staring at me from behind the fabric, grinning that horrible, wrong smile. Yesterday I found something that pushed me over the edge. I was getting ready for bed when I noticed a small notebook on my nightstand. I don't remember buying it, and it wasn't there before. I flipped through the pages, and they were all filled with writing in my handwriting, but I don't remember writing any of it. The notes were disturbing. They described things I've never done, places I've never been, and conversations I've never had. But the most terrifying part is that they described events that hadn't happened yet, but later that day, they did. It was like the notebook was predicting my future, and it was never anything good. For example, one entry said, "You'll cut your hand on a broken glass." I didn't think much of it until I accidentally knocked a glass off the counter and sliced my palm open while cleaning up the pieces. Another entry said, "Your friend Emily will call with bad news." An hour later, Emily called me to tell me her cat had died unexpectedly. Now I'm terrified to read the rest of the notebook, but I can't stop. I need to know what's going to happen next, even if it's awful, and it always is. Last night I had the worst dream yet. I was in that twisted version of my house again, only this time I wasn't alone. There was something else there with me. I didn't see it, but I could feel it, this overwhelming presence like a weight on my chest. It whispered to me, and I understood it this time. It said, "I'm coming for you." I woke up screaming, and that's when I noticed the notebook on my bed. It wasn't on the nightstand anymore, and there was a new entry that I hadn't written. It's not a dream. I don't know what to do. I'm terrified to go to sleep, but I can't stay awake forever. The whispers are getting louder, and my reflection has stopped mimicking me altogether. It just stares at me with that awful grin, like it knows something I don't. I feel like I'm losing my grip on reality. The world doesn't feel real anymore. Every sound, every shadow, every little thing feels wrong, like it's all part of some sick game that I'm trapped in. I've tried reaching out to friends, but they don't understand. They think I'm just stressed out, that I need a break. But I know that's not it. Something's really wrong and it feels awful. And now I'm scared that whatever's happening to me isn't going to stop until it's too late. I've started hearing footsteps in my house at night. They're soft, almost imperceptible, but I know they're there. At first, I thought it was just the house settling, and then I heard them stop outside my bedroom door. I held my breath, waiting for whatever it was to come inside, but it never did. When I finally gathered the courage to check, there was no one there, but I could still feel that presence, that awful, suffocating weight. Today I found another entry in the notebook. It wasn't there when I went to bed, but when I woke up, it was waiting for me. It's inside the house. I don't know what to do anymore. I feel like I'm being watched constantly, like there's something just out of sight, waiting for the right moment to strike. I've checked every lock, every window, but nothing seems to keep it out. It's like it's already inside, just biding its time. And now as I'm writing this, I can hear it again. The footsteps. They're louder this time, more deliberate. They're coming down the hall, getting closer and closer. My heart is pounding and my hands are shaking so badly that it's hard to type. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this. I don't know if anyone will even read this. The footsteps have stopped outside my door again. I can hear breathing now. Low, raspy breaths like something is struggling to draw air. I'm too scared to look, too scared to move. I know it's out there waiting for me to open the door. There's another entry in the notebook. It's here. I don't know what it wants, but I can feel it. It's right on the other side of the door and it's waiting for me. I can't hide forever. I know that, but I'm so scared. I don't want to see what's out there. I don't want to know what's been watching me all this time. I can hear the doorknob turning now. It's slow, deliberate, like it knows I'm too terrified to stop it. The door is creaking open and I can feel the cold air seeping into the room. I'm sorry. I have to go. I have to. If you're reading this, I'm probably gone by now, but I need to warn you. I don't know what's happening, but it's real. It's real and it won't stop. Not until it has what it wants. I thought I could hide, but it found me. It always finds you. And it's not just in the nightmares. It's everywhere. I can't fight it anymore, but maybe you can. Maybe if you're reading this, you can find a way to stop it before it's too late. But whatever you do, don't trust your reflection. Don't listen to the whispers. And whatever you do, don't open the door. It's waiting for you too.